Well, Steve Carino, right now we are set for one of the matches I was looking most forward to on this tape, as the 18-year-old phenom Jay Briscoe is set to square off with one of the deadliest human beings on the planet today, and that is the anarchist Doug Williams from the UK.
That's right. The UK has seen Doug Williams for a few years now, and now Ring of Honor's lucky enough to have Doug Williams in South Philadelphia.
These people in attendance tonight may or may not be familiar with Doug Williams, but I can assure you of this: after watching this man in the ring for only a few moments, you will be impressed, as will Jay Briscoe, who starts out the match galloping for a position right now. A nice time in the middle of the ring, and with the strength advantage, Doug Williams quickly capitalizes on Briscoe.
And a great reaction from the fans here at Ring of Honor for Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe proving to the fans here at Ring of Honor that he belongs. Not only does he belong, but Jay Briscoe tonight wants to prove why he wants to be the first Ring of Honor champion. He knows that if he defeats Doug Williams, he'll go on to wrestle the American Dragon, my pick to be the Ring of Honor champion in the Block C part of the tournament.
Well, with influences such as Mark Rocco, the Dynamite Kid, Dave Finlay, Steve Regal, Johnny Saint, Steve Gray, and many, many others, Doug Williams is well schooled in all forms of professional wrestling, especially and most notably techniques that involve stretching and submissions. That man, I can assure you, is a hired assassin, and he is here for one reason: to make an impact in the Ring of Honor.
That's right, and he wants to take that title back to the UK, because the UK is lacking. It's not as great as the American style of pro wrestling, or the Japanese style, or the Mexican style. Doug Williams knows that if he takes a title as important as the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship, he will be not only the #1 superstar in the United Kingdom, but he'll prove that the United Kingdom is now a major player in professional wrestling.
Well, Doug Williams at 6 foot 230 pounds, like I said before, is well schooled, and who else is well schooled but Mark Briscoe?
Mark Briscoe, a little late. He's not, taking Jay to the ring tonight. I wonder what's up with that.
Mark Briscoe is out from behind the curtain right now in the corner of his brother. We're all wondering exactly why, but I'll tell you right now, Doug Williams does not care who's outside that ring. He is here for business, and the business at hand is defeating Jay Briscoe in the middle of the ring, and the way that headlock is snatched in, he might be able to do it with that.
That's right, Doug Williams, he's not afraid to use a headlock. He's not afraid to use a bear hug. The man is as old school as old school can be. You listed the names that are his inspiration. Man, why is he on his brother like that?
Mark, I don't know if many people know this or not, but at only age 17 is not legally allowed to compete here in the state of Pennsylvania. So one of the things he has been doing is gaining valuable first-hand experience, not through the visor of a monitor, but through live action right there in the corner of his brother, waiting for the day that he is able to make his debut in the Ring of Honor in Square Circle.
And now being even cocky to his brother. You saw it last month when he was just healing Jay Briscoe so fierce and wasn't even happy when Jay Briscoe won his match. But he sends Williams a hard shoulder tackle.
Nice shoulder tackle down to the mat. Doug Williams combines the perfect mixture of strength and speed. The prototypical wrestler is out the window when you look at Doug Williams. Doug Williams should not be able to move that quickly for a man at that size. Doug Williams, my friend, is a phenom.
That's right. Did you see that right there? Couple maneuvers, right back into the headlock.
Well, I have never seen that before, and a nice grimace on the face of Mark Briscoe, who's been giving Jay a hard time about losing. And believe me, he was not happy when he got beat by Tony Mamaluke at the Night of Appreciation.
Well, Donnie B, when Jay Briscoe defeated Tony Mamaluke, Mark Briscoe was not happy, and I don't understand why. You know, we've seen a lot of families in professional wrestling. Was he cheering for Jay or was he cheering for Doug there? The jury's still out there. We've seen a lot of great wrestling families before. The Von Erichs, the Bucks, the Harts. And 9 out of 10 times, they didn't put their dirty laundry, in public. But Mark Briscoe is showing the world, and he's telling everybody how the displeasure he has with his brother Jay.
Well, I can tell you this right now, Jay Briscoe needs to concentrate on Doug Williams and forget for just a few moments that Mark is in his corner. Doug Williams on the mat right now kicks out at almost 2/2. I can tell you this, I don't think that Doug Williams thought that Jay Briscoe was going to put up this much of a fight, but the fans here at Ring of Honor, they know what Jay Briscoe is all about, and after this match, we'll lose or draw, so will Doug Williams.
Jay Briscoe, unlike the first 3 times Jay Briscoe's been here in Ring of Honor, he was bigger than everybody else. This time, Doug Williams has the height and the strength advantage. Right there, a big kick into the ropes. A big knee and hit Jay Briscoe right in the jaw.
Nice flying knee to the jaw of Jay Briscoe, who is down on the mat, and as you see out questions I've been asked a lot as of late, Steve, is perhaps Mark Briscoe a little bit jealous that his brother Jay can wrestle right now in Ring of Honor and he can?
In my opinion, Donnie B, he is a little jealous. Right there, Doug Williams, a little mistake there, arguing with John Finnegan. Maybe he doesn't understand that the officials are here to do their job. There's no bias or anything else. Oh, they just dropped him on the bottom of his head.
Briscoe with a very impressive display of power. That man happens to be 230 pounds, and I can assure you of this, that is dead weight in the middle of the ring, and for Jay Briscoe to throw around Doug Williams like that is impressive indeed, my friend, but not as impressive as that top rope leg drop Jay Briscoe just hit onto the throat of Doug Williams. He might have a 3 count here, Steve.
But he's got to hook the leg. Jay Briscoe's got to hook the leg, put more of the pressure on the shoulders, especially now while he was working on the neck. You saw the power bomb on the neck. You saw the leg drop, putting pressure on the neck. If he would have hooked the leg, but he's going for the J Driller. It hits the J Driller. It's all over. Jay Briscoe will advance and wrestle American Dragon if he hits the J Driller.
Beautiful counter of the J Driller right there. Doug Williams able to counter that. Perhaps he saw some of Jay Briscoe on tapes. I don't know, but somehow Doug Williams was able to counter the J Driller and a nice double underhook submission type maneuver by Jay as he thinks out his next step right now.
Well, you brought up a good point. Did Doug Williams watch videotapes? Yes, he has. I've talked to him over email. I've talked to him on the phone. Doug Williams is a big customer of our video. He's got all the tapes. He's watched everybody here at Ring of Honor. He knows by dial the 215-891-9404 where to get the videotape. Now he's got a videotape.
Go through German suplex.
They got him. He got him. Doug Williams advances.
Doug Williams scores the victory with the roll through Chaos Theory German suplex. The Chaos Theory advances Doug Williams in this tournament.
That's right. The finals of the C block will be Doug Williams against American Dragon, and Mark Briscoe is not happy.
The fans here in Ring of Honor are on their feet showing a sign of respect for Doug Williams, who has come here to Philadelphia and won respect from one of the hardest crowds to gain it from in America today.
That's right. When you saw him come to the ring, the people didn't know him. Now he's leaving a main event superstar.